Hello, my dear friends. I'm an expert in men's sexual health, and today we're going to talk frankly and kindly, and perhaps very frankly, about those inner monologues that run through the minds of many older men, which they don't have the opportunity to speak freely about. It's time to bring these personal questions to the forefront. When we talk about intimacy honestly and calmly, we don't just learn the facts, we move beyond them. We let go of old fears, connect on a deeper level, and realize we're not alone in our thoughts or experiences. Welcome to this warm corner of the internet. This is our space, a safe place to talk about real intimacy. You'll feel more confident. Description: to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your relationships enjoyable and vibrant. Whether you're looking for a bustling apartment in Lagos, a tranquil park in Nairobi, or a peaceful retirement home in Florida, you've come to the right place. This conversation is for you. Here's the simple truth: familiarity doesn't fade. Longing doesn't diminish with age. Love has no expiration date, and there are no fixed definitions for it. Love often grows stronger when we care for each other with openness and understanding. So let's move directly to today's most important question, one that comes up more often than most people realize. Is it safe to swallow vaginal secretions during oral sex? And what about the taste? Definitions. What about the smell? Is it normal? Is it healthy? Is it acceptable? These are the questions whispered in private, scribbled quietly in late-night research notes, or posed silently in the doctor's office while staring at the floor. Today, we'll talk about this openly and without shame. P.S. If you feel the urge to click, please hold off. This will be an honest, comfortable, warm, and perhaps even light-hearted conversation. Ultimately, you'll feel more informed, at ease, and possibly more connected to your partner. Before we continue, tell me in the comments about what's happening in your city, town, or village. I love seeing this global community we're building here. It reminds us that intimacy, well-being, and connection bind us together across cultures, borders, and generations. And don't forget to check out the description later. I've compiled simple, practical resources for men and women seeking greater self-confidence, resilience, and better self-expression in their adult years, and a greater sense of presence in their relationships. Let's start with a cultural fact. Intimate kissing is no longer the hidden taboo it once was. From the bustling streets of Cape Town to the tranquil hills of Yorkshire, couples are embracing it as a means of physical, emotional, and spiritual connection. Description: I met a couple in their 70s for the first time. They laughed like newlyweds, and I felt as though a new chapter had begun in their lives. Description: this kind of joy is beautiful, and like any intimate experience, it deserves clarity and attention. Description: because when something enters your body or your partner's body, understanding is important, and understanding facial expressions is crucial. So let's explain precisely the questions many people ask. What exactly are vaginal secretions? Are they safe to swallow? What are the claims? What affects their taste and smell? And most importantly, how do we keep intimacy enjoyable, safe, respectful, and satisfying for both partners? Why do men ask this question so often? Because men come into direct contact with vaginal secretions during oral sex. Description: they taste it, smell it, feel it. The mind wonders, is this safe? Is this normal? Many men grew up in a time when no one spoke openly about such subjects. Silence prevailed, often replaced by jokes, myths, or confusion. Description: this silence can turn into shame, and shame often leads to avoidance. Women also have questions. After their period ends, after childbirth, and as their bodies change over time, many wonder about smell, taste, and moisture. They ask themselves, do I have a problem? Reassurance: my answer is always the same. It's perfectly normal to feel curious about your body. Asking questions is not a weakness. In other words, it's a powerful step toward a better, intimate relationship and a stronger bond. So what exactly is vaginal discharge? It's not just random moisture, nor is it dirty or embarrassing. This discharge is part of the body's natural system. It reduces friction, protects sensitive tissues, supports sperm movement when fertilization is desired, and most importantly, is essential for fertility. These secretions indicate comfort, security, erection, and sexual readiness. What is their source? Three main factors work together. First, the erectile glands. Bartholin's glands, located near the vaginal opening, secrete a lubricating fluid at the onset of arousal. Second, the glands near the urethra, sometimes called the female prostate glands. These can secrete additional fluid during deep arousal and may contribute to vaginal discharge in some women. Cervical mucus. The The cervix produces mucus that helps maintain balance and moisture, and this mucus changes throughout the different phases of the menstrual cycle. Together, this mucus can have a clear, slightly milky or oily consistency. It's a delicate system that prepares the body for intercourse. Description: the senses of taste and smell naturally vary. Hormones, humidity, diet, hygiene, stress levels, and medications all play a role. Description: eating fruits like pineapple or citrus fruits may impair the sense of taste. Strong foods like garlic, strong coffee, and alcohol may further impair it. During menstruation, it is common to have small amounts of iron. A woman's heightened sense of smell and taste is not a flaw. It's part of her hormonal rhythms and chemical makeup. No two bodies smell or taste exactly alike. Sometimes a woman may experience a difference or unpleasantness in her sense of smell or taste, and this is perfectly normal and often easily resolved. There are 3 common reasons for this. Conditions: heat and sweat, trapped in tight, non-porous clothing. Urinary incontinence, due to frequent urination or difficulty reaching the toilet. Conditions and disorders such as bacterial vaginosis, which often has a fishy odor, or yeast infections, which may be accompanied by thick discharge or a beer-like odor. These situations are common and can be addressed. Embarrassment can negatively impact intimacy, but awareness can help restore it. Don't ignore it if you feel something is off. Instead, work together to find gentle solutions. Good personal hygiene boosts self-confidence. A quick wash with water or a mild, unscented cleanser before intimacy can make both partners feel more comfortable. Think of it like brushing your teeth before a kiss. It's not about being embarrassed. It's about showing you care. Cotton underwear allows for better breathability than synthetic fabrics. Avoid using harsh or perfumed detergents, as these can harm beneficial bacteria and often create more problems than they solve. And gentlemen, if you notice any changes, don't make fun of or criticize, just be kind. Description: suggest showering together. Ask how comfortable you are and consider intimacy a shared experience. Now, let's move on to the main questions. Is swallowing vaginal discharge safe? The short and reassuring answer for healthy partners is yes. Vaginal discharge is a natural mixture of water and other substances. Description: amino acids, enzymes, glucose, and lactic acid. These substances help maintain vaginal health, lubrication, and protection. Description: in a relationship where both partners are healthy and free of infection, swallowing these fluids is not necessarily dangerous. In other words, it is no more risky than deep kissing in terms of natural exposure to microbes. However, there are situations where the risk remains. For example, sexually transmitted infections, STIs, such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, trichomoniasis, herpes, and HIV, may be present in vaginal discharge. Regarding mouth sores, bleeding gums, or minor cuts can increase the risk of infection. The risk of HIV infection through oral sex is generally low, but not zero. Be accurate in determining your status, especially if you have recent sores in your mouth. The solution is not fear, but awareness. Know your health status, communicate openly with your partner, and get tested when necessary. Safety is a shared value, not something to be ashamed of. Protection methods, such as oral or square condoms, can reduce risks while preserving pleasure. Some couples even find ways to make using these methods more enjoyable by choosing specific scents or incorporating them into natural intimacy. Here's a simple 3-step approach. First, discuss your history of sexually transmitted infections before exchanging fluids. Ask when you last had a test and whether you'd like to get tested together. Second, use protection when you're unsure or at risk. Third, make regular checkups a part of your overall health routine. Twice a year is a reasonable frequency for most sexually active adults. Note, when both partners are healthy and aware, swallowing vaginal secretions poses no risk and can be a part of intimacy. Note, let's also consider comfort and personal boundaries. Even if it's medically safe, it has to be comfortable for you. Desire can't be forced. Note, consent is important at any age. Some people enjoy oral sex, while others feel neutral or hesitant. Honest communication keeps the relationship going. Note, if you don't like swallowing liquids, it's okay to let them know calmly. If you like something, it's okay to express it. Intimacy thrives when choices are shared without fear or pressure. As we age, our bodies change, but there's no need to hide this connection. In fact, many older couples report that their intimacy is more fulfilling because there's more presence between them. There's more time to talk, laugh, express feelings, and reconnect. When health problems, changes in mobility, ejaculation, or comfort limit sexual activity, oral sex can be an effective way to maintain intimacy. It allows partners to give and receive pleasure without stress and can foster trust and empathy. I want you to remember these words. There is nothing shameful or disgraceful about the body doing what it was created for. Vaginal discharge is a sign of life, responsiveness, and health. It's natural to have some questions about it. Talking about it can be helpful when we replace silence with understanding. Intimacy becomes easier, safer, and more enjoyable. So take this conversation to heart. Share it if it's helpful. Speak to your partner tonight with words of love and care, not fear. Growing older doesn't close the door to happiness. On the contrary, it opens it wide. Thank you for being with me, for your openness, for expressing yourself, and for choosing knowledge over silence. You are not alone, and your journey toward intimacy continues. It's a way to share feelings of intimacy. And there's also an emotional aspect that often remains unspoken. Many men silently wonder, is this respectful? Will it improve her image of me, or will it hurt her? These thoughts linger, even when the desire is strong. For many women, a partner's unwavering and consistent acceptance is a profound affirmation. It's a nonverbal message. I trust you. I love you. I accept you completely. This kind of acceptance reduces stress, enhances happiness, and strengthens emotional bonds. Intimacy, after 50 or 60, is not just about style or performance. It's deeply connected to security, reassurance, and the unconditional expression of acceptance. Changes in the senses of taste and smell are perfectly normal. The body isn't a machine, and it wasn't designed to stay the same day after day. Humidity often makes bodily fluids lighter and more neutral. A balanced diet rich in probiotics can help maintain healthy beneficial bacteria and internal balance. Strong flavors of caffeine, alcohol, smoke, or very spicy foods may be present in bodily fluids, sometimes more intense than people expect. Hormonal changes also play a role. During ovulation, vaginal discharge may become lighter and thinner. After menopause, you may experience dryness, increased volume, or a slight acidity. This is normal and doesn't need to worry. It's a biological process that responds to time, hormones, and lifestyle factors. Stress is a particular concern, as chronic stress can affect the vaginal microbiome and alter your sense of smell or taste. The body often reflects this when the nervous system is under stress. To clarify, if you experience a persistent fishy odor or notice discharge resembling yogurt, it's best to consider it a treatable condition, not something to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. These are common problems, not personal flaws. As with any routine healthcare, seek care calmly and rationally. Phrases can help ease anxiety and restore comfort quickly. Communication is the bridge that connects everything. If you're apprehensive about bringing up this topic, calm language is best, especially outside the bedroom. Simple phrases like, I'd like to explore more verbal intimacy. What do you think? Keep the conversation open and pressure-free. Positive affirmations. If she's shy or unsure about taste or smell, positive affirmations are more important than techniques. Saying something sincere like, I love your body just the way it is, or I love you completely, can make a big difference. Positive affirmations, a slow pace, and gentle touches before intercourse help the body relax. When a woman feels calm and prepared, anxiety subsides. Even simple shared rituals can improve mood. Taking a warm bath together, showering together, or simply comforting each other can transform feelings of fear into anticipation. The passage of time also helps. Note, vaginal discharge is often clearer and smoother around ovulation. After menopause, hydration and nutrition become more important. Description: some couples create simple rituals using fresh fruit and sparkling water. They are refreshing, symbolic, and have a sweet touch. These rituals foster a sense of belonging and connection within the group. Moments of comfort can be incredibly moving. When a sudden wave of sadness hits you, the most important thing is to be present, not to panic. Stay calm. Breathe. Be close. A kind word has a profound effect in that moment. Saying, that was wonderful, or I love how confident your body was in me, can completely transform the emotional meaning of the experience. A gentle response can turn a feeling of embarrassment into a sense of freedom for years, even decades. Description: your perseverance during this time will boost her self-confidence and alleviate your performance anxiety. From a safety and scientific standpoint, douching is generally considered safe for healthy couples. Natural fluids are mostly water, but also contain protective lactic acid and beneficial enzymes. Description: the amount of fluid secreted by the glands in the cervix varies depending on arousal levels and hormonal cycles. Description: the danger lies not in the fluids themselves, but in infections or open sores in the mouth. Honest communication and regular checkups when needed are key to safety. Description: good oral health is a true safety net. These are practical steps, not scary ones. Your sense of taste and smell will gradually fade over time. Description: this isn't a problem to be solved, but a reality to be understood. Encourage plenty of water. Knowing about dietary restrictions and making shared showers part of foreplay can help keep both partners comfortable if one partner chooses. Description: if you experience any unusual symptoms for more than a few days, the best course of action is to consult a doctor. Often, the solutions are quick and effective explanations that restore physical comfort and self-confidence. The essence of it all lies in simple truth. Intimacy in recent decades has moved away from complex explanations, inventions, and affirmations, and towards kindness, security, and genuine communication. When vaginal discharge is treated with respect rather than fear and explanation, it holds something powerful. She says, "I accept you completely." This message goes far deeper than mere words or techniques. It's affirmation. This is the essence of intimacy. For men who want to boost their self-confidence and physical performance, there are natural supplements that may help. Among the most popular recommended drinks is organic watermelon juice, rich in citrulline, which supports nitric oxide production and circulation in the body, as well as advanced formulas containing ingredients such as fenugreek, nettle, and citrulline. These blends are commonly used to support erectile function, potency, testosterone balance, and prostate health indicators. As with everything, continuity and a holistic view of life are more important than quick fixes. Thank you for watching. See you next time.